Hello and welcome to Vietnam Journal, our daily English news bulletin on NetViet VTC 10. I'm Ngọc Wang speaking from Hanoi. Every day we will bring you comprehensive and up-to-date information on Vietnam and following our major stories on Thursday. U.S. Exim Bank to provide $1 billion for Vietnam. Ho Chi Minh City hosts first International Piano Festival in Vietnam and will explore Tao Phở, a special snack in Hanoi. The Export-Import Bank of the United States has signed a $1 billion contract with Vietnam Development Bank. The American lender will invest the money in wind electricity development in Vietnam's Mekong Delta in the next 5 years.
Having relatively stable wind power, some coastal provinces in the Mekong Delta have the potential to develop wind electricity. 21 wind electricity projects were under research and development in Vietnam as of February this year. These projects are mainly located in some provinces that may churn out over 2,000 megawatts of the power. Wind electricity projects in Vietnam will receive many preferential treatments in capital, tax, infrastructure and prices. Vietnam plans to raise the percentage of renewable energy to 5.6% with total power production in 2020 and 9.4% in 2030.
A Vietnam-China trade fair will take place in Vietnam's northern province of Lao Cai from November the 11th to the 16th. The fair has been held annually since 2001. It takes place rotationally in two bordering provinces including Lao Cai of Vietnam and Yunnan of China.
The exhibition presents an opportunity for Vietnamese and Chinese enterprises to meet and seek cooperative opportunities. About 650 companies will join this year's fair, including 250 firms from China. Participants operate in many fields such as machinery, electric devices, clothes, and handicrafts. Vietnamese representatives joining the exhibition will be given a 50% discount of booth rent fees. The fair welcomed nearly 400 companies and witnessed the signing of trade contracts totaling $114 million last year.
And following is some business news in brief.
British investment in Vietnam will exceed $3 billion by the end of 2012 with many significant projects. Premier Oil is investing over $1 billion in oil projects. British companies has also participated in the retail sector of Vietnam. Two-way trade between the two countries reached $2 billion last year.
Investment for developing the trading system on Vietnam tourism island of Phu Quoc totals $4 trillion from 2009 to 2015. The capital will exceed $8.5 trillion between 2016 and 2020. Infrastructure purchase account for 35% of the total. There are preferential policies to attract foreign investment to develop large-scale modern commercial centers on the island.
Vietnam's major telecom firm Viettel has recently opened one of the most modern telecommunication production lines in Southeast Asia. The facility is said to be capable of manufacturing various products such as terminal and network infrastructure equipment. The production line is designed to churn out 5 million USB 3G units, 3 million cell phones, or 900,000 computers per year.
Vietnam joined the World Trade Organization in 2006. The country commits to reduce its import taxes on many products, including cars. This is a chance for many foreign auto manufacturers to expand in Vietnam. We will get to know French car maker Renault's expansion plan in the following conversation.
The first question is that why did Giang Grue Group decide to open Automoto Vietnam?
Well, I think in every business decision there is always something rational and something emotional. So the rational thing obviously is that Vietnam is an emerging country, a growing country with a large population, a country that has joined the WTO already a few years ago, a country which has opened to car imports 5 years ago, and all of this was something that came to Jean-Louis's mind as interesting. Then the emotional reason, I believe, There is some older history in Jean Rouillet's family linked to Vietnam, and I think he wanted to continue something in this beautiful country.
What are the factors affecting Vietnamese choice for car, especially for the new car for now?
What is the interest of Vietnamese consumers for cars? You have first-time buyers that will look for the price, most of them, and we are not in this. We are not in this field. We are addressing to people that are, I would say, already educated with cars, and they are looking for something different. They want to show that they have succeeded in life. They want to show that they have succeeded in their business. So all people that are not only buying cars but also making the first step inside of showroom, they deliberately choose to buy an imported car. And what they like in our cars, they like the design, and it's also about the safety. Renault is the leading brand in the world in terms of safety. We are the only brand having 12 vehicles that have reached the 5-star rating at the Euro NCAP, so the crash test. And this is something that we focus on with 6 airbags on our car, with ESP, with lots of features linked to passive and active safety. And even you can see that in all the cars that we display in the showroom, we also displaying the child seats.
Renault is a new brand in Vietnam, so how can you raise people awareness about Renault?
So Renault is a 112 years old brand. So Renault is one of the oldest brands in the world and in Europe, obviously. Obviously, Renault was very popular in Vietnam 60 years ago, and still very popular in Ho Chi Minh City about 30 years ago. Now we need to rebuild this brand, and we need to show that it's not a new brand. It's an old brand with lots of experience. It's the brand which has won this year, a few days ago, for the 10th time world champion in Formula 1. The way we do this is basically trying to get the car closer to the public. So basically every month, more or less, we are present in various shopping areas.
Thank you very much for joining our program today, and I hope to see you again.
Vietnam Journal. It's not just news, it's life in Vietnam.
Welcome back to Vietnam Journal. The first International Piano Festival in Vietnam started at the Ho Chi Minh City Conservatory on Tuesday. The event coincided with the conservatory's 55th birthday.
The event is gathering music experts from the United States, Bulgaria and South Korea along with Vietnamese instructors and students. Seminars about the history of piano as well as famous Hungarian composer Franz Liszt are set to take place during the festival. A concert featuring foreign pianists will take place on October 21st and 23rd. Another show presenting outstanding young Vietnamese pianists will be held on October 22nd. The conservatory plans to make the festival a biannual event.
The Israeli Embassy in Hanoi held the Israel Culture Day of the Academy of Journalism and Communication on Wednesday. Israel Deputy Chief of Mission Mikhail Hershkovich had a presentation and exchange with local students.
The Deputy Chief of Mission presented an overview of Israel's achievements in economy, technology and tourism to Vietnamese future journalists and reporters. The presentation and short films significantly improved Vietnamese youngsters' awareness of the Middle East country. The annual event has been held in different universities in Hanoi. It will continue at the Diplomacy Academy on October the 26th. Israel opened its resident embassy in Hanoi in December 1993.
The importance of being honest, a trivial story for serious people, is a well-known play by famous Irish writer and poet Oscar Wilde. It will be staged in English on Thursday night in Ho Chi Minh City.
The play was first performed in 1895 at St. James Theatre in London. It is a farcical comedy in which the protagonists maintain fictitious personnel in order to escape burdensome social obligations. Working within the social conventions of late Victorian London, the play's major themes are the triviality with which it treats institution as serious as marriage and the resulting satire of Victorian ways. Its high farce and witty dialogue have made the importance of being Ernest Wild's most enduringly popular play. It has been revived many times since its premiere. The play has been adapted for the cinema on 3 occasions.
People in Hanoi or Hanoians have a very special snack called tàu phở in summer. This dish is said to be the most delicious when made in the old An Phu village in the city. Let's explore this specialty in the following report.
How to make tàu phở is very simple. Soya bean after being soaked for at least 6 hours will be washed or pot. Then soya bean will be well crushed with water and filtered carefully. To make tàu phở condensing, the chef will add a little bit gypsum and then the mixture will be boiled for 4 times. However, each family here has their own secret to make tàu phở distinguishing. This dish has been so familiar to Hanoians for a very long time. Hanoians are always gourmets. They need only to taste a spoon of tàu phở to tell whether the dish is good or not.
Tàu phở mà không ngon ấy, thì mình để lên miệng cái thì nó không có cảm giác là mát trơn cả. Đặc biệt của nó thế. Ăn một bát tàu phở thì cảm nhận ở người Hà Nội này, người gốc Hà Nội, khi mà một bát tàu phở người ta đưa lên thì người ta dùng thìa người ta khía 4-5 vạch để cho nó miếng cho nó nhỏ ra, thì người ta thưởng thức, người ta cầm cái thìa người ta đưa vào mồm, người ta khẽ chít, người ta chít lưỡi cái là miếng tàu phở nó trơn thì nó trôi vào miệng, đấy mới là tàu phở ngon. Nhưng mà một bát tàu phở như ở ngoài kia bán ấy, thì coi như là mình phải để vào miệng xong mình ngậm vào cái nó mới tan. Đằng này mình ngon, tàu phở ngon ấy, thì mình chỉ cần để vào miệng cái xong mình chít lưỡi cái là nó sẽ trôi luôn vào cổ, đấy mới là ngon.
Tàu phở is also special because of the way to enjoy it. To bring a perfect bowl of tàu phở to dinner, not only the chef but also the seller has to be very meticulous. The seller uses a piece of clam shell to skim tàu phở. The thinner each tàu phở slice is, the better it will taste. One dispensable part of this dish is syrup. The traditional way of making syrup for tàu phở is using đường hoa mai, a very special kind of sugar, mixed with water and boiled carefully to make syrup sweet. To make syrup has its unique aroma, some dried jasmine will be added.
Cái thứ hai là cái nước đường ấy, nó rất là đậm ngọt, nó đậm ngọt với cách là người ta phải thắng đường rất là kỹ, và bên thêm nữa là cái hương vị của hoa nhài. Thế thì ăn rất là ngon, nó mát, thơm ngon, mát bổ, lại là ăn tốt. Thực ra chị ở đây nhưng mà chị cũng chưa biết được ra đời từ bao giờ, đại loại là rất là lâu rồi, lâu đời rồi, mà nó là gần như là cổ truyền ấy.
Tàu phở can be enjoyed in both winter and summer. In the summer, people can add some ice to tàu phở. In winter, Hanoians often wait for hot tàu phở in the early morning to make themselves warmer. Snow white slices of tàu phở with the flavor of soya bean, along with the smell of jasmine, make this dish a specialty that cannot be found anywhere else in the world.
Well, the Vietnamese cuisine story has wrapped up our Vietnam Journal for today. From all of us here at NetViet VTC 10, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again tomorrow.